Okay, at this point, you want to go ahead and pick up 2 plasma pistols. They seem to despawn in the next area, so it's always good to have a backup just in case. Might want to bring a few extras if you can find them. You may or may not need them, but it's always good just to take the precaution. Now you want to make this very quick. Go out the right hand door, follow those grunts up the stairs. You should be able to hit at least one of them. Now go ahead and hide behind this railing, and you want to eliminate all threats that come up the stairs. That room straight ahead has plenty of battle rifle ammo, almost unlimited. And essentially, for the entire area right here, we're just going to be strafing back and forth from the left side to the right side of this hallway and taking out the enemies as they come. Okay, for this next area, we're going to be fighting the drones for the first time. Because they're so condensed, it's almost always easier to use the brute shot, but just for here. Now, as soon as the Marine gets picked up, blast him with the brute shot. You won't kill him, but you'll get the drone. The drones here have a very high tendency to cluster together, so you will very likely get a lot of multi-kills here. It's always best to aim for the wall, because they'll typically cluster on the wall, just like that. And you just want to take your time and shoot from the back. This is one of the few areas in the entire game where the brute shot will really come in handy. Do this until you've run out of brute shot ammunition. Okay, now switch to your battle rifle and take out a few more. Once you've taken out enough and you start advancing, the Marines will start tossing their grenades and just lay waste to the rest of them. Congratulations, you've just gotten through your first drone battle. This is the first of 2 methods we're going to use for the motor pool area. As you can see, we have stocked up on quite a number of plasma pistols from the previous drone battle. Go ahead and pick up 2. Now, the key to this, I call it slow and steady, is just staying back and taking your time. As long as you don't cross that threshold right there, the door behind you won't close, and you can return there as much as you need to. Essentially, you're going to be using our technique from Sierra 117, and you're going to be distance or range shooting each and every one of these brutes. It's easier to do it when they're hiding behind the crates. Usually they'll have a piece of their weapon sticking out, which will still catch and allow their armor to be decimated. One of the beautiful things about this method is you can take your time. You have as much ammunition as you need, both plasma pistol and battle rifle ammo. And if you need to regain health, you can easily lure a berserking brute back up into this hallway, back into the command center or the op center, and land that assassination to regain your shields. This one does take a little bit of time, but you are almost guaranteed to get through it. Or at least it's far easier than the other method, which I will be showing you next. Okay, here I'm going to show you how to deal with the chieftain. And essentially we're going to deal with the chieftain exactly like how we would just any old berserking brute. Here he comes. We're going to lure him back to the tunnel. Of course, you want to take care of his shields with the plasma pistol, and then just BR him until he's down. If you were going to assassinate a regular brute, you would just lure him back a little bit further and sneak up behind him. And that's how you deal with a chieftain. Okay, this method is a lot riskier, but also a lot faster. I call it kamikaze. You want to take 2 plasma pistols, charge them, and strike 2 brutes right away. Now you want to hide behind this truck. At this point, take out your battle rifle and kill both berserking brutes. Leave your other plasma pistol on the floor. Essentially, you're going to be peeking out from behind this truck as much as possible and taking out the brutes one by one as they come. It's not as easy as it sounds. The number 1 killer in this area is the cowbell skull. As you can see, the grenades that drop are constantly detonating every time there's an explosion. You may luck out occasionally. Someone may drop a regenerator at your feet just like that, but essentially that's a rare event. You won't have a lot of opportunity to recharge your shields here, so it is a lot riskier, but it can be done. Also in this immediate area there are 2 full plasma pistols. Between those and the 2 you brought in, that should be plenty. As soon as you kill enough from the first wave, and there are 7 in the first wave, wave 2 will come in and they will be wielding carbines and spikers. Now, it's a lot easier to deal with the carbine brutes using this method as opposed to the slow and steady method. But again, it's hard to tell just when the brutes will come at you and how many. And of course, then again, there's also that dreaded cowbell skull. You will also beat this in about 1/3 of the time with this method. Again, just take your time, make sure you have plasma grenades or spike grenades, preferably both. Plasmas seem to travel farther and can kill in 1 hit, whereas spike grenades will only take out their shields. They're also a lot less prone to use equipment when you're fighting them close range like this. I lost my shields maybe 2 or 3 times during this whole battle. It does take some getting used to. I wouldn't recommend this method unless you have tried other levels first on SLASO and beaten them. And of course, the other little difficulty about this is the chieftain. You can't see him coming because you're hiding, but you can hear him. Okay, now if you see what I just did right there, at some point in the battle you're going to want to trade out any other equipment that you might be holding for a gravity lift, and that is how we're going to deal with the chieftain. When you're getting to a point where you think he might charge, go ahead and get a full plasma pistol. Always good to know how much you have. And that was the last brute. And as you can see, the cowbell skull is going crazy. And the chieftain's coming, so take the grav lift and boost up to the 2nd floor. And we're going to take out the chieftain from here. Keep BRing him until his helmet comes off. It'll take at least 10 bursts. He may get stuck on the stairs, which is to your advantage. And there's the motor pool. Okay, I hope you brought your gravity hammer with you because this is the perfect time to regain your shields. The drones will be flying back and forth between these pipes. They won't be flying between the pipes on the first set, just the last 2. Now, upon killing the drones, you'll also be able to collect their plasma pistols and dump them down the pipe later for the barracks battle. Okay, so what we want to do first is slowly approach the 2nd pipe with the hammer, at which point 1 drone will emerge. Alright, kill him with the hammer. As soon as you do, the other 2 will come flying out, double kill. Sometimes the drones from Pipe 3 will come out a little bit early, but that's okay because the hammer can take care of them. Now just stock up on plasma pistol ammo and proceed to the next area. Okay, at this point you should be pretty stocked up on plasma pistol ammo. Have one ready. Go ahead and open the door, charge it, and kill the first brute. This area is easy